Let's talk about what's happening to the chart, snipers, because this is a new month. We could potentially have some volatility over the next 24 to 48 hours. So it's important to know what the key levels are and to also keep in mind that September has not been a good month for Bitcoin in the past. And so looking at the charts right now, Bitcoin barely hanging on to the $20,000 level, currently testing the most important support level, which we've yet to get any full 4-hour candle confirmations below. And that is the 2018 previous all-time high at 19,800. If we get any full 4-hour candles below that level, it opens up the door for Bitcoin to potentially form a higher low or even a lower low, because 17,204 would be the next level of support for Bitcoin if it opens up this door. So it's not a surprise that we're having a cup of coffee here. Now, traditionally, I would say after a break of a major support and then this flaggish type of formation, it could be considered a bear flag. And so a continuation would assume that we do break this support level. And then we know we had a very bearish weekly candle last week, also indicative of some further downside this week, which we've yet to really see that, with this week's candle still maintaining the range from last week's candle. So it looks like a move that has not been made yet there. And if we go into the S&P 500 chart, we did get a pretty bullish daily candle testing the support here, the midpoint of this range. So it's going to be interesting to see how the S&P 500 closes on Friday. What I'd like to see is for 4,000 to be reconquered here for the E-mini futures contract. That's where we have the 20-week moving average for the close. That would actually put Bitcoin in a position to not necessarily see too much volatility into the weekend if we can get above that 20-week moving average for the S&P 500. But all cards are on the table during the weekend. We know Bitcoin tends to make major moves on the weekend. And so right now we know if we cross below 19,800, it opens up the door to 17,204. And in the immediate short term, the most important resistance level right now is that $21,500 level, which we've already talked about in the past. We have the Ethereum merge coming up on September 15th. What's happening to Ethereum? It's not a coincidence that we're finding resistance at our green line. What is this green line, snipers? The previous weekly open here at 16.18 for Ethereum. If we can break above that resistance, it opens up the door to 1760. Now 1440 is the major support for Ethereum. If we open that door, it brings Ethereum potentially down to that $1,000 area. 1277 being the immediate short-term support below 1440. The Ethereum to Bitcoin chart still potentially ready to make another move to the upside here with this potential bull flag. Let's monitor this, because Bitcoin dominance, I believe for the first time in quite some time, crossed below 40% dominance. You can see currently sitting at 39.94%. It is a major support level though. You can see this support level that the Bitcoin dominance chart is testing right now actually dates back to the 2018 bull market. You can see we've only tested the support twice in the past. This is the third time we're testing the support. Wow, this is a very interesting puzzle piece, snipers. Is that indicative of a potential move here coming very soon? Let's see what happens, snipers. So I would say this, at this point, I know we have a lot of bears and bulls talking about Bitcoin potentially going to 100,000 or 10,000, right? It almost sounds like the same thing, just with another zero added or a zero removed. 10,000 would be an extremely oversold level for Bitcoin. 100,000 is what the bulls want. And so Bitcoin right now, 19,798 is the most important support level. If we breach below that, it will open up the door to volatility. Coming into the weekend, anything is on the table. We have to be prepared. And the S&P 500 right now, for the Friday close, let's see if we can get above 4,000 for that 20-week moving average. That would be the best case scenario for Bitcoin into the weekend. But if we stay below that 20-week moving average, it strengthens the potential bearish move during the weekend. And so we'll have to see what happens there. Let's check out the DXY real quick. The strength of the US dollar, we did talk about that at the start of this video. You can see right now, we are testing the highs. As a matter of fact, it looks like the DXY is making new highs here, new yearly highs. And so what the question is now for the DXY is, are we going to be seeing continuation of this uptrend right now? I think that Friday is going to be important for the DXY to see whether or not we do see continued upside, because yesterday's daily candle did form new yearly highs. And so if that continues, that's obviously not the best case for the equity markets or Bitcoin. So far, the equity markets haven't formed new yearly lows, even though the DXY formed new yearly highs. So they're showing some strength there, but that doesn't have to last for too long. That DXY starts to move with aggressiveness. Let's talk about Japan here. Not really moving. International markets in general are quite stale. Euro 100 down over 1%. China and Japan all within 8% of volatility. So not much going on there. Bitcoin against SPY will be important to monitor, as we've been talking about, but nothing crazy going on just yet. If we see something during the weekend, I'll let you guys know, snipers. And with that, thank you all for tuning in to this update. Smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm, snipers, if you support this content. And I will see you all next time. Snipers out.